G'day everybody and welcome to this LearnSomeDrums lesson for Locked Out of Heaven by Bruno Mars. This song has a great up-tempo groove, some fantastic tom sections that you're definitely going to want to learn, and a nice straightforward structure that makes it pretty easy to throw the whole thing together. So let's get into it and check it out. The sections in this song are nice and clear cut, so let's start with the intro, which is also going to be our verse beat. 1, 2, 3. Right before we go into the pre-chorus, there is a tiny little fill on the snare drum. The pre-chorus part does add some hand claps over the top, but all we're going to play is really simple kick and snare with hi-hats over the top, just like this. From the pre-chorus, we move into the first half of the chorus, which is super simple. 4 on the floor with the kicks and just the hi-hats over the top. The second half of the chorus is a little bit more complicated. We're down on the floor tom and we're going to bring in the snare drum on beat 3, and I can also hear a metallics down, so I'm going to add the bell of the ride cymbal as well. You can leave that out if you want, but I think it does sound good when you play into the recording. And we just have a little 16th turnaround at the end of each bar on the floor tom, so altogether it will sound like this. At the end of the chorus, we're going to build up with 8th notes on the floor tom, but then at the end of that bar, we're going to catch the fill from the very beginning of the song, and that's going to take us back into our verse. When the lyrics come in for the second verse, we're going to drop out everything except for the hi-hats. Just keep those going with 8th notes. We're going to play a little fill at the end, and altogether it sounds like this. You guessed it, that little fill at the end there launches us back into our verse groove, just the same as we used the first time around. Then we go back into our pre-chorus, which is the simple kick and snare groove. Then we're back into our chorus with the 4 on the floor, moving onto the floor toms. But at the end of this chorus, we have a little stop, and then that's going to push us into the bridge. So let me play from the stop and into the bridge groove. 1, 2, 3. That's another nice, easy beat for us to play. Try to use the shoulder of your stick up on the bell of your ride cymbal. That's just going to give you a much fatter sound and really sound great over that bridge. Halfway through, there is a tiny little fill on the snare drum. After that, the drums drop out, and then when they come back in, we're playing this really heavy halftime tom groove. Now, it's not too complicated, so let me break it down slowly. The biggest trick with that section is locking in the kick drums underneath everything else that's going on. So they're just playing on 1 and 1 end, and then they're also playing on beat 4. Right at the end of that section, you may have noticed that we have that pickup fill again, and that's just going to put us into our verse groove once more, and this is going to be the end of the song. At the very end, we just come off on the end of 4, and then that's it. And there we go, those are all the bits you'll need to play Locked Out of Heaven by Bruno Mars. It's really fun to jam, especially all those tom sections, just because they sound so fat and they're actually not that hard to play. So have fun with that, guys, happy practicing, and I'll see you very soon at the next lesson.